We live? Okay, there we go. What's up, everybody? We are back. That guy that looks like he lives in his mama basement and hasn't seen a pussy in years ruined my show, but it's okay. We're gonna continue as we were doing with our conversation. We were talking to Lefty, aka Real. Real, how you doing? Tell the people what's up.
I'm good. And to the dude that tried to do what he did, like, you're a sucker for that, bro. You know what I
Right.
mean?
And if
Like,
I find out you associated with somebody, I'm gonna get your ass and I'm gonna get that other person too. That's a promise, bitch. Go ahead.
haters gonna hate. Haters is gonna hate.
Right. And nothing was wrong with our conversation. I would see if like we were going in on somebody or something like that, but nothing was wrong with our conversation.
What
That's the part
you
that
know
pisses
you,
me off.
you know what was wrong with the conversation for whoever those people are? Those people don't want to see number one, two black men getting along. You know, they don't
Hmm.
know what could come from that. Some people they don't want to see me and you be able to be cordial and be able to exist in the same place.
Hmm.
They rather see us fighting because fighting fuels their entertainment. You know,
Right.
the name calling, the talking about people's mothers and fathers, and that's what they thrive off of. So when you have that, people stuff like this, it is either not going to get attention, or people are going to try to stop it completely. You know.
Right. And this is actually the second time this happened to us. When it happened on your channel, and I remember I dropped out and you was like, the AT2 got something to do with this. I was like, no.
Yeah, Julie took that clip and her mom was cracking up. They made a whole video out of that. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yo, it was funny though because I was like, what the fuck?
And that's the first time that had ever happened to me. It's like I didn't know what to do. I just froze. You know?
Right, you don't know what to do because like you want to think that somebody got this is the first time somebody showed their face and they did it. So I know this guy is a loser because he actually showed his fucking face. He's dumb for that. But
Actually,
you
that's what got Christ Conflicts channel taken down, because somebody, I should tell who that person is too, shouldn't I? Because she's
oh
filed for
shit.
that too. Um, had the passwords to his accounts because she was helping him, and went on there and kicked him out of it, and then put that up to get his channel taken down because they had
You lying.
stopped communication. Yeah,
Hold on, let me use the private chat real quick. Tell me if I'm right.
absolutely. And that's why I have a vengeance against that person. Not because of who he is, because F him. It's what you
Hmm.
did to another black man that you so supposed to help. You know what I mean?
I
But
can't
at the end of the
believe
day,
that
it ain't my
person
fight.
did
You know what I
that.
mean? You know? At the end of the day, it ain't my fight. And you just got to be careful about who you trust. You know?
Yeah. Oh man.
And I ain't gonna lie about nothing like that. You know what I mean?
Right. No, and the reason why, because I'm all like, no, I know the person who had access to his account because they were helping him. And so that's why I'm all like, y'all, come on. Like, don't tell me that's that person.
Yeah, they
Somebody send me a cash app and I'll tell you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
they wanted them gone. You know? And I could get why a lot of people wanted them gone or whatever the case may be, just like a lot of
Right,
people wanted
right.
me gone. But at the end of the day, we all have the right to create content, And if you can't stand what a person is saying, then just don't watch them,
Right, right.
You know?
And you know what? I want to say something too because I'm glad that I did ask if you would ever make peace with him because I know that there was someone who was trying to say that you guys were going to work together or you guys were working together. I was like, why would you
No,
ever assume that? And now that
No,
I know that, I'm all like, oh, well, that's why you think that shit.
I mean, I'm definitely not trying to work with him at all. You know,
God, I can't
I
believe
mean,
that.
we know for a fact that that same person was actively recruiting people to bring my Twitch down as well. You know, but it just
Well,
never happened
I
because
didn't hear anything about that, but it's just the principle like, yo, like I talk to you and I just expect you to be real, but I can't. Here's the thing, even though it's not me or it's not happening to me, I don't like to be associated with people that do shady shit. It kind of reminds me of when I was with, well, not with, because I was never with. It was just somebody who said they were quote unquote helping me when all the shit went down with the rabbit and stuff like that. And then that came back and bit me in the ass. And it was like, wait, I didn't know all this.
yeah, it's like the thing is, 18-2 is that we all have some sort of snakish behavior, right? Let's just put it out there. But
Hmm.
some people's snakish behavior is more detriment than others, if that makes any sense. So this person that we're talking about, um, her sneakiness and destructiveness is very detrimental not only to other people but to herself because I was told she's disabled. So you know what I mean? Like it's crazy because you never know who knows what or who knows who. So it's like you don't want to play those games. And when you start messing with people's income and you start messing with people's real life, you're going to
Right,
get
right.
something again. Like I said, a hood person is going to deal with things from a hood perspective,
They're
and a
gonna
lot
deal
of
with
these,
you differently. You know, they
yeah,
ain't gonna play these stupid games with you. They're gonna deal with you differently.
yeah. So while some people sit on the internet and think they're untouchable, people can find you. They can get your IP address. They can do a lot of things. You know.
Right. And Kelly, I don't know, but I wonder did that person have something to do with that P bomb that just happened? I wonder if they had something to do with that, but I don't know. I
Wait,
don't want to say that.
I didn't see what the because I remember I can't see the comments.
Oh, it said is he talking about Momo?
No, no.
Yeah, no, no, no. But yeah,
She's we got to clear her name on that one. I mean, she might not be clear on the other things, but she's cleared on that one.
right, right. We got to clear her name on that. Yeah, I mean, she does bad enough stuff. I mean, she's been doxing people on her community tab and stuff like that. So she does a lot, but I can't put that on her. No, I can't.
I will say that I think that lady, right?
Hmm.
I think she's very lonely. And the lady I'm talking
Lonely
about
or horny?
is the Maria lady. All right,
Yeah.
Ma. I think she's lonely. I
Okay, you
think
said lonely. I thought you said
I think
horny.
I think the internet is the escape, but I think that she's so tunnel vision into the escape that the escape becomes the real life. But I mean, when you live where she lives, all she has to do is just walk out the front door and go to the
Right.
beach.
But can you imagine? Because remember, I only been to the airport in Miami, so I didn't really get to experience Miami. But in Miami, everybody is attractive. And so when you're somebody like her in an area where you have to be attractive, uh, I can see you getting miserable. And I'm not trying to be funny. This is just the truth. Am I wrong?
I still think there are people down there in that area that she
You
can
think
make.
there's ugly people in Miami?
I think there's ugly people all over, you know.
True, 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 true,
But
true, true. Yeah, there's
I
ugly
think
people all over, but
I
we've
don't I,
known that Miami has the most attractive people.
yeah, and I think with all of that attractiveness down there, in a weird way, she could be very successful in meeting new friends and um, doing things outside of
Yeah,
the stratosphere of where she's at right now.
Right.
You know,
And I don't think she has any like money probably, She probably got her place like 50 years ago when the rent was like $3 and stuff like that. So she doesn't really have any money. So I can see that this is probably like she's probably not having a good time in the space where she is. And this is not me trying to do any digs and stuff like that, but this just makes sense for the way she acts. Her being in her 60s.
I do think that there's also um, other factors that's playing in on it. I don't want to try to diagnose nobody, right? But I think there's other factors that's playing in on her behavior, if that makes any sense. You know?
Right. And maybe she never had anybody to love her. This is just my assumption. Yes, she is
Uh,
married, but that doesn't mean that she she has experienced love.
or just experience people being real with her. I mean, I think that people find solitude in knowing they have somebody that they can kind of talk to, that they can, be honest with, and that's going to be honest with them.
Yeah,
It's,
Shady Pond, she's another cooter. Yep. But I think also too, because it's not just her, but it's the people that it's like all of them are like really crazy. You know what I mean? If we're
I
to be
mean,
honest, all of them are really crazy.
I think that whole situation over there is just out of control. Remember, I asked you the other day. I asked
I'm
you,
glad you
right?
bring that up. Bring it up.
What is the end goal for everybody? What is the end goal? Because you can't keep sitting up here talking about the same thing you were talking about 2 years ago, day after day after day.
Hmm.
Excuse me. You can't keep playing the professional victim day after day after day. At some point, something needs to change, and it may need to be drastically. You know. But again, I can't tell nobody what to talk about. I can't tell nobody what to be triggered about or anything of that nature.
Right. Right.
But in the same token, it's just like it gets old after a while, and then you know, and that goes back to the subscribers. You see two, 300 people in these live streams, and you're like, well, what the hell am I doing wrong? If these people are talking about the same thing they were talking about exactly 2 years ago, the same exact thing.
Right. And
You
this
know,
kind of plays into what I was saying earlier. I was all like, with this one particular person, like it was like cancel, cancel, cancel. And yeah, we're going to get him. We're going to do this. But I don't think people actually want to cancel him. I think they love the chaos because
yeah,
you
and
were
then
canceled right away.
also like the way people know so much about all these people, all of them. You know, the information that's being put out is like, why? Why are we putting pictures of people's daughters up? Why are we
Yeah.
attacking people's children? What are we gaining from this?
Or saying you're
Oh,
going to put them on adult websites. Like, what the,
what
who thinks like that?
a sick individual, you know,
Facts.
somebody that may need help, you know. Um,
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, you got to think just 8 months ago, we were right there with them, you know. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's like we're right there with them, playing the game. So it's like I don't want to be a hypocrite by no means, but at some point, attacking people's children is just wrong. But the weaponization of the attacks is just as wrong. You bringing
Right.
these people up on a platform, they're crying, they're angry, they're cussing, and it just creates more and more and more destruction that ultimately somebody's going to get hurt in real life. And when that happens, then it's too late.
And I always wonder, like, what's the end goal? Like, is there an end goal? Like, does it end? Like, I know they say we be forever, but it gotta come to an end. Like, what else can you offer besides beef?
What the thing is that is weird for me is that it seems like everybody goes around in a circle. And 1 minute they're friends with this person, they're friends with that person. The next minute, the friendships have switched, and now it's these people against these people, but they were all just, it gets confusing.
Right, right.
They should probably have a reality TV show, to be honest with you.
They should. And that's the thing too. Like I'm all for the drama when it comes to a paycheck, but I don't want to do this shit for free. You know what I mean? Like let's
Yeah.
make some money off of this if we're gonna do it right.
Well, I think they making money. They definitely making money.
Yeah, that's
Some
true.
of them are
That's true.
making money. You know, I mean, when you got 300 or 400 people in your chat, you're grossing 2,000 3,000 views a stream. You know, you times that by 30 days, you're looking at a nice YouTube paycheck. You know, and again, that goes back to what I was saying. There's no incentive for them to stop because the content, when they do stop, is not yielding them the amount of money that they yield going at these people.
Right, right, right. If I stop, it's gonna end my money. And I
Yeah.
think some people are feeling that. They are like, oh shit. Because I'll be honest, like it's kinda like uh that certain group that we're talking about, that we're referencing, right? They have a certain target. But then when he stops posting, it kind of goes quiet and it's kind of like, oh, well, there's not really anything else. And, yeah, there's other players involved, but if the main one isn't acting the fool, then it's kind of like nothing.
Or then,
It's no money to be made.
or then they start attacking each other.
Right. Or they start tagging each other. Right.
You know, well, like I said, as far as them goes, I think the only person, I think most of the people, I don't really have any problems. Like I said, with Siwa, I mean, I don't go to live no more. I don't think that
Yeah.
I don't think there's no need for me to go there anymore. You know,
Yeah.
I wish her the
And
best of luck.
what about Jackie? I didn't ask you about that.
That chick can die slow,
Real,
respectfully.
don't wish death on people. Come on now.
She is another person that is just, you know, I don't have
So you
anything
think
to
she's
say about
worse than the other one that I named in the chat?
I think they about the same, to be honest with you. I think they about the same, to be honest with you. But I got to be honest, I don't really see her in around anymore. So out of sight, out of mind. You know, uh,
Right, right. So it's
we
kind of
still,
like you stay on your end and she stays on her end, right?
yeah. The thing
Good,
is
thank
that
God.
the thing is AT2 is that I never had one conversation with her ever. So there never was a F. It never was that.
Hmm.
Never got the opportunity to have a conversation with her. You know, and that's the thing
Hmm.
is like a lot of times these people, they're so angry, and they're not willing to even become adults and talk about things and talk things out, and you know, you're just this bad person. It's like, okay, you're the same person that sent this dude to death row, and when she goes up for parole 20 years later and he's a total different person, remorseful for what he did, you still saying give him the chair. You know, like he can't,
True.
like the person can't change, and then that's what I feel from a lot of these people. I feel like they want me to get the chair, and this was 20 years ago, and
Right.
you know they still look
And-
at me as that same 20-year-old person. You know, when I'm
Right. Well, a
40
fair
years
question
old,
is, have you changed?
huh?
Have you changed?
I guess that's remained to be seen, right? Because
Right.
I think in some instances I could sit here and say yeah, but then I can also go and cut somebody out tomorrow. You know, on um, how do I want to say this? So my goal isn't to beef with anybody, but I'm also human and I get triggered as well. So if something pops off, does that mean I didn't change, or does that mean that I was provoked? Things to
Ooh,
make you go,
I,
right?
I would say for you, I would say it'd be best to try your hardest not to say anything and just ignore it.
Yeah, I mean, but then we have the
Because
Patreon.
real, you can't pull back. You don't pull back. You go full force.
I mean, as I should, right? I mean, if a person is looking to bury me, why should I not bury them?
Well, if
right?
somebody's trying to cause you harm, then yeah, you definitely go full force. But if it's just like little petty words, you ain't got to do what you sometimes do. You know what I
Think about
mean?
think about this. Like JJ said that I was harassing her because I did a live and asked her, can she ask her husband to be, ask her husband, can she be my baby mama? It's a joke, right? You know it's a joke, right?
Right.
Everybody
I
knows
know
it's
it's
a
a
joke.
joke. Yes, I know
And,
that's a
and,
joke.
and then
That's what you said.
listen, it was funny, right? Listen, let's be real. JJ's a beautiful woman, right? And she
Right.
should be honored that somebody would want her to have their baby, right? It's not a diss. And I think the
Right.
thing is
Right.
that
Right.
it's taken as that because she's running around with the queen of, we ain't gonna say what, but and that person is putting in her head like this dude is that's harassing you. It's like, how?
Hmm.
How? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I would say that's a little extreme, but I would say like, was the joke nice or polite? Not really, but I mean, it is
I
what it
think it
is.
was
But I
also
wouldn't have
bad.
took it to that extreme, saying it's s
I think she was also
salt
mad
or
at the birthday cake though, because I did go get a real birthday cake made, and it said happy 50th birthday, JJ, aka sorry son of a bitch. But it was for the shits and giggles though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that there's something like that to me. Like if you would have did that to me, I would have thought that was like actually funny. Like I'd be like, okay, that's a good one. You got me with that one. That one wouldn't have offended me.
Yeah. But she was like on a route. I've been back. I'm paying my lawyers. I'm like, JJ,
What
it's
is
gonna
it
be all
about you
right,
that set
JJ.
people off? Like make
Huh?
them like really what is it about you that set people off? Like what
I think
pisses them off about you the most, you know?
I think it's the laugh, and I think it's the fact that they really know that I really don't give a fuck. You know,
Right,
and
right,
when you don't
right. I
care,
think that's also too.
when
Hey
you don't
Lindsay.
care,
Yeah.
they don't. It's like, how do you stop? How do you stop them? You know.
Right, right.
Which at the end of the day, I don't hate JJ. I don't hate selfie queen. You know, but I mean, you can't go around trying to put a black man in jail because he finds you attractive. That's borderline racist. You know what I mean?
Right. We
You know,
definitely can't be doing that. Yeah, that's
you
right.
can't.
You definitely can't be
You,
doing that. And
you,
especially if it's over something stupid and petty. Now, if I find out that it's something else, then I would have to be like, I got to rethink what I just said. But if it's really over that stupid, petty shit, then yeah, there's no reason to be calling the cops and stuff like that. No.
it's like, Jesus Christ! I mean,
But
you know,
to be fair, I do think like it's a lot of back and forth. And then I think when feelings get hurt, I think that's when they be like, okay, we need to get rid of him once the feelings get hurt.
yeah, I think as far as with since we're talking about JJ, I think as far as with her, I think that um, I don't know. I think that she was expecting more people to have outrage at the stuff that I was saying, and when they didn't have outrage, she was like, "Well, I need to know another route to cover the egg that's on my face." Like I mean, she got
Mm,
into a whole spat with Siwa because I was on Siwa and I said, "I will show you a picture of my future baby mama." I said it just like that, HE2, right? Father, forgive me. But it
and I
was
think
funny.
because we're a part of the culture, we would have seen that as funny. And some
Yeah,
people aren't a part of the culture. Like to me, that's funny. Like you have gone in on me like really tough, where it's all like, no, this shit ain't funny.
yeah.
But like something like that, that's funny.
And the thing is
And
that
of course, she's a female, so of course you would go lighter than what you would at me. Of course that, but like I don't think I think the stuff that you have said about me has been really like dagger.
yeah, I mean, when you're fighting with a dude, it's different from fighting with a chick. It's
Right,
like
right, right.
Gladiator. Gladiator style.
Definitely.
You know, but At the end of the day,
Do you hate Lindsay?
absolutely.
Oh, because Lindsay came in here peaceful. So I was like, when she said
So,
that, I thought she was
so,
being
so
funny.
Lindsay was part of the people that were calling apartments for me, telling them not to rent to me
Oh
because Roadhog told her to
no.
do that. So she would never be cool with me.
I honestly didn't know that. Lindsay, did you call the apartment people and try to?
You know,
So she was with
and I mean,
Roadhog and all of
and
them, or was that something different?
people have screenshots of her saying it. There's screenshots of her saying it. See why I went off on her? Uh, Conspiracy went off on her for it. A bunch of people. And the bad thing about it is she from Philly. How you gonna go in on me for somebody that's not even from your hometown? I'm from your hometown.
Right,
You know?
right. I thought y'all had the Philly connection.
I thought we did too, but I guess, I would really appreciate it if she never came to my channel. I would really appreciate that. I,
Okay,
you know,
but she is denying it though. She is denying it.
how you denying it when there's proof, there's screenshots.
Yeah.
I
She
mean,
said call apartments in Arizona. That's stupid as you know what.
well, the screenshots say otherwise, and you were in Roadhog's chat, egging it on, and said you called them too. So you being held responsible for what you said. If it wasn't the truth, you shouldn't have lied. That's when lying goes wrong.
Oh, okay. Okay. Ness said I know she eventually saw the light with RH. Okay, but if you, there are screenshots of her saying this in the chat, so this is not hearsay.
Yeah, this is not hearsay. This is.
Yeah. No, there isn't proof. No, there isn't any proof. I said I didn't want you homeless. Well, let's do this because this show is called Let's Make Peace, the new talk show by AT2.
Guess I'm the first
It's
guest.
Lindsay. Even though you're saying that you did not do A, B, C, or D, do you see how it would be problematic if you were in a chat where a man was trying to basically make sure that this man was homeless? Can you at least take ownership of being in his chat? Let's see what she said. She said, show the proof. Well, real, did you see the proof or is this just hearsay?
Yeah, I seen the proof because it's you can ask CY, you can ask Conspiracy, you know.
Yeah, because I'll ask Siwa. I'll definitely ask Siwa if this is true.
CY needs
Uh, well,
vacation though
this is
from that. What?
Kumbaya. I love it. I love it. Um, is that the only thing that Lindsay did to you, or is it deeper than
This
that?
is the flip flopping as well. This is really
Okay.
hard for me to respect the flip flopping, But at the end of the day, she could go on with her life and support who she wants to support. Just please don't come to my channel, respectfully.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So Lindsay, of course, you're welcome here and stuff like that. He's just saying, like, it. I think what it is with real is kind of like, yeah, you did some effed up stuff, but just don't come my way with it, and we can be cool. I don't think he wants
Well,
to
no,
go
I
in
don't. I
on
don't want
you.
to be cool at all. Just she stay in her lane, I stay in my lane. You know.
Okay. Okay. You stay in your lane, and he'll stay in his. Okay. Gotcha. 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 Gotcha.
Respectfully, because
Yeah.
people get mad. They want to start trying to get people to mass flag you and all that. You know.
Yeah. I'm so proud. I've never been a supporter of Cooter or a Road Bitch. Yeah. You're lucky. Well, actually, no. I've never been a supporter of either or. I never was. One, I don't watch, and then the other one, we never talking about Cooter. We never had a friendship or anything like that. It was always beef from the beginning. 82, he hated me originally because I rock with you. Oh, you know what? Is that where it stemmed from?
What is she talking about?
She's saying that AT2 he hated me originally because I rock with you.
No,
So she was rocking with me in the beginning, and then
people,
that's why you didn't
people,
like her.
people hate you, Lindsay, because you're a professional flip flopper. Okay, I shouldn't probably talk to her, AT2. I don't want to say anything foul. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay.
I'm trying to be
I'll
respectful.
say this, Lindsay. Just don't flip flop no more, okay? We can't be flip flopping, doodle popping, none of that. We can't be flip flopping. To be fair,
And respectfully, just stay away from me. That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
was there
From
anyone else involved in the whole calling? Besides the obvious, calling the whole apartment thing and all that stuff.
I think a lot of us are subscribers, like I said, chronic space, you know. And then people got mad at me when she caught Oviana, right? And I said,
Hmm.
it ain't take her out of here yet, you know. People got mad at me when I said that, but you gotta remember,
Wait, who caught it?
uh, chronic space.
Oh, I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, that's somebody that
Okay, see, I don't know all these extra players. Okay,
she was
but
one of the people that facilitated, the whole situation with the private chat and everything. So I mean, those people will never be forgetting. They will always be in Muzzes in that too. You know, um, it just is
right.
what it
Okay,
is.
Shady Pond said Chronic is trash. Okay, I agree with you guys. That
You
person's
know,
trash. Okay.
um, you know, anybody that was in that chat was trash. Anybody that was in that group chat was trash. I don't think people really understand the justification. The what if it would have went the other opposite way? You
Hmm.
know what I mean? What if they would have came and arrested me over something that I didn't even plan? I'm sitting here in the hotel trying to find a place. How would I have money to hire a hitman? And you saying
Right.
she have
I didn't
recordings of me?
see, and I still didn't. And I know the story has been explained to me so many times, but I still didn't get why they were convinced that you were having somebody try to off somebody. It was the stupidest shit ever.
The thing is that it wasn't a matter of the situation being true. It was a matter of getting me off of YouTube and getting me behind bars. And they had Muzz was in that. Uh, Yaya was in that. Chronic Space, Roadhog's wife, and Roadhog. You know, at
Mm.
the end of the day, a lot of people, and I think Shady Pines can vouch for this. Muzz tried to justify being in the group. Yaya doesn't need you to sit in the group while she has conversations about me plotting to hurt someone, to put me in jail. Furthermore,
Right.
if you
Right.
see this going on and you don't say anything, then you're still you're accessory to. You know,
True.
you're accessory to. So, you know, and again, when I approached her about that, and you don't believe me, ask Ness. You don't believe me, ask Shady
Yeah.
Pines.
This Yaya was not in nothing. That's another Yaya.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are thinking that Yaya Cat was the late.
No.
It's a different lady, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 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 okay. Thank you, Yaya Cat, for clarifying. I appreciate that.
You know.
He wants me gone because he threatened to off me. I have the recordings. How quick he forgot. Did you say that?
I might have did. I don't want you going. I don't really care about you. You're not in my everyday thoughts, baby girl. Okay.
Okay, but saying you want somebody off, like or not living on this earth.
What I think I said something, some hood stuff to her, and she took it and
Right.
interpreted
It
it and
was a
tried to.
reactionary. It was reactionary.
It was reactionary, but it was just some hood talk. It was some
Right, right, right.
metaphorical
Okay,
stuff.
I get you. I get you. I get you. Lindsay, he didn't really want you to. Yeah, I know what you're saying now. It's the culture thing. Okay, I got it. I
Now,
got it.
now,
I got
now let's be real. If something happened today or tomorrow, I wouldn't care either way. You know what I mean?
it. All right, real. Okay. And to be fair, yeah, we got to accept that. Like, Y'all don't rock with each other. You ain't gonna ever be cool. She just stay in her lane and you stay in yours. I get it.
Now, what they say
We
is
would
Miles?
approach Muzz about it, and she told me I wasn't there, so what I heard wasn't true. I tried to ask, and she would shut me down. And and to be fair, because I have to be fair. I think a lot of it is that Muzz never exactly apologizes. It's like what she'll do is end up getting nervous or she'll get like frazzled and stuff like that. And she'll never just answer clearly and she'll double speak and talk in circles. And it's all like, okay, what are we talking about? So I think that's a lot of your frustration too. It's all like, damn, if you just be real and say, yeah, I was doing this, I was doing that, you be all like, well, fuck you. But okay, is that what it kind of is?
I think I would say it's deeper than that because
Oh,
when
you think deeper? Okay.
yeah, I mean, she's also been mass flagging my Twitch. She's also been when I was going through it with Mandy. She posted what Christ Conflict said. Let me just put this here for everyone to see. That had
Wait,
nothing to
what
do
did
with it.
Christ Conflict say?
Christ Conflict was telling Mandy, if I say anything about any African American woman, speaking about Mandy, uh, he's going to go after Kim and Stacy.
Oh, okay. I do remember that. I do remember
So,
that. Okay.
so the thing is that while people once put their hands in a mess, a lot of times, but when you put your hand in the mess and it get burned, is that your fault or is that the person's fault that's burning you? You know what I mean? Like
Right,
at the
right,
end of the day, you were in that group chat and you knew what was going on, and you knew I was a black man, and you knew what the repercussion of that could have been. I could have went to jail and never came back. Is that a fact or opinion, AT2?
fact, fact, definitely.
You know?
Hmm.
Then she wanted to make it like I was bullying her when all I asked her was, if you can't tell what part you played, then that's obvious the part you played.
Right.
And then more importantly, after that, she went and called the what's your name people about my cats. Talk about she was trying to help them. This is the same man that 2 months ago you was in a group chat trying to put in jail, but you want to help him save his cats. That don't even out AT2. It don't. Am I wrong for saying it?
Right, right, right. Yeah, no, you have a good point. And Yaya, I want to say thank you so much for clarifying because I knew who Yaya Cat was, but I was all like, I don't think that's the same Yaya that they're because I know the Yaya that they're talking about is an older white lady, right?
Yaya yappering.
Yeah, she's an older white lady. So it's two different. Yeah, it was two different people. Thank you for clarifying that.
Well, we never said Yaya cat in the first place, though.
Ness, she thinks she'll lose credibility. What did Ness say? She feels like if she admits she did even one thing wrong, she will lose credibility. I think just taking ownership of what you did, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like
She
just
called
be
the
all like,
funeral home
yeah,
to see if a lady
I
was
did
there.
this and boom.
She called the funeral home to see if a lady was there. Like,
Uh,
like I don't know, man. I'm sorry, AT2, but that girl's trash, bro. You know what I mean? There's certain things you don't do, man. And then to call
right.
that family. You know what I mean?
Shit. Now I'm gonna have the cops called on me. See what you did? The cops are about to get called on me now. Shit, damn it. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I don't know for a fact, but yeah, I think that a lot of a real conversation. If we're gonna be real about it, I think that when you do shit, you can't say, "Oh, I was trying to do shit for the greater good." But what you were doing was some fucked up shit. I think you got to be honest about the fucked up shit you have done. And trying to pussyfoot around it and trying to completely like pretend like it didn't happen or you were trying to do something completely different to protect, because I remember the whole red rum plot. I remember the excuse that was used was that, oh, well, I knew it wasn't true, but I was trying to work from the inside to make sure that he didn't get in trouble. And I was like,
Cool. That just
huh?
sounds like I'm thinking on my feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just
I was like, how do you help with help, contacting the police, but then you were trying to work from the inside? And first of all, you're not an FBI agent. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, are you a secret spy agent? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? That sounds stupid as shit.
and then that means she I mean me and Kush are already having problems, right?
Hmm.
Um but she got over there and got in the Cooch air. You know what I mean? Me and Cooch will never be friends again, you know?
Right. And yeah, we're talking about Muzz. That's who we're talking about. Yeah, yeah, and uh,
I
damn, I
mean
didn't know you were gonna bring up the funeral home.
too many things. She's done too many things for people not to look at her sideways. You know what I mean? I don't understand how she's still able to maneuver with the things she's done. You know, what I guess is YouTube. You know, it's not real life. She's not
Right,
doing that to
right,
nobody in real life because she know the consequences that would come behind that. You know,
right, right, right.
and then the whole "I'm bullying her" thing is like every situation that has to do with me, you're around it somehow, some way. But when I come at you, I'm bullying you. No, no,
Right.
stay from around me.
Because
Stay.
I'll give you an example. When you were making videos about me on Twitch, I was like, oh, this motherfucker ain't even got a platform. I don't care what he says about me on Twitch. That's the way I looked at it. But some people looked at it like, oh, he has to get off of Twitch. He has to get off of Twitch. And I'm all like, I don't care what he does. Like, he doesn't have the audience that he had over here. So it didn't matter to me. And this is no shade of you or nothing. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, does the chat feel that I'm wrong in anything I'm saying?
Chat, do you feel that he's wrong about anything that he's saying? Like, do you feel like he has a right to feel the way he feels about this certain individual? I mean, I have to be honest. Yeah, you do. And again, I'm not saying that you haven't did anything to her or you weren't saying nothing about her. Like, I mean, you talked about her being in a wheelchair, and we don't even know what the lady in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I mean, I went at her hard. I went at her hard. I mean, she had people making
You was like,
videos.
she in a wheelchair, right? And I was like, what? Not real making fun of the handy. Come on now, real. You know you're wrong for that.
I mean, yeah, I'm wrong, but how you gonna roll out of the bed, not brush your teeth, roll onto your wheelchair just to roll onto your computer? You know what I mean? Come on, girl. At least go wash your ass.
Yo. Oh my god. See, I should have stopped this live a long time ago, but I'm all like, oh hell, we already here. We might as well keep going. Mermaid said, did anyone watch Jules stream? That Teresa lady on with RH faked her death. Oh damn it, I said the word. Some people are best left way over there because they are not stable mentally. I don't even know who Teresa is.
What happened?
So I guess there was a Teresa lady that faked her, and but she's still alive.
Jesus Christ.
Where do you find these people from? See, this is why I don't try to get involved with those people, because I'm all like, this makes no fucking sense.
On Julie's stream today?
Oh, Julie's stream. Okay, yeah, maybe it was Julie's stream. Okay, I thought it was Jules, but they were saying Julie's. They just forgot the apostrophe. Okay, I get it.
Just Jules. Oh, just Jules.
Do you like just Jules or no?
Uh, she hates my guts. She said she called me a dusty motherfucker.
Oh man, real. You are a trip. Let me tell you, you are a trip. I also chose that out of respect for some people I am cool with. Okay. You mean that lady who sends food to Molly Golightly? Oh, baby girl Teresa. Yeah, I don't know who that is. That's a good question. She saved his cats and he was nasty to her. Oh, that's the cat situation.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, maybe I should take this comment down. Never mind. Oh, Muzz is in the chat. You're not gonna get triggered, right? She's allowed
Nah,
to
I
defend
mean,
herself. You're not gonna get triggered, right?
nah, I'm not gonna get triggered. I
Okay.
mean,
Mervay said, yeah, Shady. AZ showed email sent to her from Teresa saying that she had not living on this earth anymore. It makes absolutely no sense.
people be clout chasing, man. People be clout chasing for them super chats and super stickers. You know?
Hmm. It's crazy to me that people will go to that extreme. Like, if you just need money, just ask for the damn money. Like, I don't understand. Or attention, just say I need attention or I need money. Like, you don't got to think of the extreme, because people actually do worry. I know I worry about people when they're on here.
Yeah.
If they're just honest and just be like, hey, I'm going through a tough time, I need this or need that, just saying we can help. But don't think of lies and shit like that.
I mean, when you're dealing with trash people, they do trash things. You know? And instead of action, they'll rather manipulate it out of you because they don't know how to ask for anything.
Right, right. Anyone that was connected to Roja during that time was wrong. Period. Even if they say they were, I'm doing it for the right reasons. RH did not ever have good intentions.
Yeah.
Right, right,
So like I said, Ness, and I'll say it with Muzz in the chat. There's no way you could be in a group chat with people plotting to call the FBI on a black man that you know didn't do nothing, didn't say anything because there was supposed to be a recording or what was y'all putting together. You understand what I'm saying? Because if there's
right.
supposed to be a recording, that's your evidence right there. So what is there? You understand what I'm saying? Your
Yeah,
handshake don't match your smile, baby girl. The handshake don't match the
yeah. There
smile.
was no proof of a plot or anything. Like you said, you was in a hotel trying to find a place, so you
Yeah.
didn't have time to hire somebody.
And then that money, I'm definitely not gonna go find a hitman.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
gonna
if
go
that was
find
the
the
case,
hitman with
I
the
agree,
sympathetic.
but that didn't happen.
What did she say?
No, Muzz, you were in a group chat about the FBI police calling thing. Unless she's talking about something else.
What did she
Because
say?
you even told me this. Don't get up here and start lying and shit.
What
You
what what
told
did,
me that.
what did she say? Because I can't
But I
remember.
don't know what she was saying though. Regarding that, she said, "Well, if that was the case, I agree, but that didn't happen."
So maybe she can say what happened because she still hasn't said what happened clearly.
Right. And right, Krusty Draws, I want to know too. Now, which messy boots ran and told her that she was the topic of discussion?
What happened?
Krusty Draws said, now, which messy boots ran and told her that she was the topic of discussion?
Yeah, that's a good question too. Krusty
Right. Now,
Draws.
which one of y'all did it? Because it's supposed to be let's make peace. And maybe we can make peace tonight. Muzz is here. Maybe we can make peace tonight.
I got to be honest with you, AG too, and I want to say this respectfully. I think the best thing for me and her is for her to stay on her side of town and me to stay on mine because I think that the animosity is so high that
Hmm.
the animosity is just really, really high on my part. And let me just leave it there. I don't want to say anything.
Right, right, right.
Disrespectful because it really
And no,
bothers me.
Muzz, the reason why we're saying that is because like all of a sudden you have popped up and it's all like, okay, did someone like tell you like, oh yeah, they're talking about you, or did you pop up just because you happen to wake up in the middle of the night? That's two different scenarios.
You know, she don't sleep. She don't everybody live, but
So
chat pop up
real, it
5 o'clock in the morning. She there? Just saying.
For real, it seems that there's no one that you want to actually make peace. It's more like a y'all stay on y'all side and I stay on my side kind of thing.
Well, I mean, these,
As long as they're not trying to take you down.
yeah, like I don't like, you know, this chick is actively flagging my Twitch, and I ain't even talking about her. You feel what I'm saying? So it's
Mm,
like, how am I gonna respect Muzz? For number one, she can't admit to nothing she does wrong. Number two, she's trying to get me,
accountability.
she's trying to get me taken down. And then number three, you put P on Crazy Conflict's channel to get it shut down.
Oh,
Come on, man. The dog dealer and cutthroat. Dog dealer and cutthroat. It is what it is. You're shady, you're dirty, and
wait. What happened to the dog?
she had a dog.
Oh, I thought you said something about his dog, Christ conflict dog. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I heard wrong. But yeah, I hope that the P word, I hope that thing is not true, Muzz, that you did that to that man. Like,
Who else had the login into she was running the stream yard. She was running it, not him.
yeah. See, that's a lie. I don't flag your Twitch and absolutely admired what I did. Absolutely admired what I did. And please stop putting a crime on me. I did not. I did nothing to Christ conflict. Did you not ask me? You do realize he blamed me with no proof.
You the only
Okay,
one.
well, see, we got something. Was there a screenshot of a login, or is this just something that we're putting two and two together? I did not have his login. He changed his password.
No, you changed the password on him because he couldn't even
Okay.
get in to stop it.
Oh, she was trying to say admit. I was wondering. I was like, admire, huh? But admit. Okay. You're gonna let her up? I don't know if they want like a. I mean, I can definitely moderate, but I don't know if they want like to do a face to face.
I mean, I just know when I'm dealing with a dog dealing the cutthroat, and that's what she is. You know what I mean? I prayed that one of the little kids at the grocery store throw rocks at her and push her out of a wheelchair. I prayed
Oh,
for that. You know
real?
what I mean?
We can't be praying for violence now. Come on now.
I'm not saying violently do it. I'm just saying little kid run over there, having to run the wrong way, knock over. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Mommy! Glad you get that on camera, AT2. I say that respectfully.
Yo. Yeah, I can't. I did go ahead and drop the link. I did. Um. Now, how
You know, you
okay.
mean to tell me you ain't never seen no little kid knock an old lady over in the wheelchair by mistake, but he's so scared that she gonna mess him up and
We
he
don't
gonna
know if
answer
the
the phone.
lady in a wheelchair.
I mean, I would hope a elderly man would help her up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Help
No,
her up.
you know what? Muzz was live and she said she was driving. So no, she's not in a wheelchair.
That don't mean just because you
Hey, dude.
driving. Just because you driving don't mean you ain't got you get retransported to the car.
Okay, here she is. Here she is. Okay.
Huh?
I say here she is. What I'm gonna do is let her explain herself, and then I'll allow you to respond. Okay.
Tell her don't start stuttering because we ain't trying to
No,
hear that.
this is just real. Come on now. Okay,
I'm just
one,
saying.
two, three. Hey, Muzz, welcome to the show. How you doing?
Hey, Listen, I don't want to derail your thing. I hope you know. Like, I literally woke up to pee 5 o'clock in the morning, and I always watch your shows, so I came in.
Yeah.
But I don't want to turn this into anything about me if it's about you. Like, that's why I came up to say, like, I mean, I'm happy to talk whatever, but I just don't want to. This is your show.
Right.
So
I
it's
think
your choice.
what it is that there were still some old wounds as far as the whole plot thing that happened. And I think what it was is that you
Well,
try
there's
to
also a
explain
crime
it
being put on
away.
me. There's also a crime being put on me because actually, hacking, which is what keeps. Let me just want to say this. If I knew how to hack, okay, I'm going to say this right now. That man hurt people that I care about a lot. I'm gonna tell you right now, if I knew how to hack and end that shit, I'd have ended it months ago. People were damn happy he was gone. You think I would have let people be hurt that hard? Let's just start with the actual essence of reality.
Can I say something before you go into saying hack? You can't hack a thing if you have the username and the password to it.
I'm
That's
not
not a hack.
saying what I'm saying what was said to me, what was said about me. It's been saying hacked for the past I don't know how many months. I
I
do
think
not
that's the
have the
wrong choice of
password.
words to use. That's the wrong choice
Somebody
of words to
was
use.
on somebody was on the phone with him when he changed his password months before, and in fact, after he lost his channel, unfortunately, she's no longer with us. She said to him, "You changed your password on the phone with me. How is that possible?" I could not change a password with two-factor authentication. That doesn't make any sense.
Because I know with StreamYard, we're talking about StreamYard, right?
Yes.
I know with StreamYard, you have to send your email and then you get like a
Correct.
4-digit code or whatever.
I have it too. It's two-factor. Well, I mean, I have two. Yeah, you have to do that code thing every time, or when you log in. And if I want to delete something or whatever, it's two-factor. So nobody asking for proof. Nobody needs proof. I've committed this thing. First of all, like,
Nobody needs proof that you. If you're innocent, there should be proof that you're innocent, right?
I should prove I didn't do something. How am I going to prove I didn't do something?
Yeah, OJ had to prove in the court of law that he didn't take out the gold statement, right? What is that a
I'm
name?
glad you think it's funny, but when people keep saying hacking, that is a crime. And if you're
Hacking
making
is the wrong word to use.
Well, people have been saying it for months, so
I
I'm
don't
just
think she's that
clarifying that there
smart
was
to
no
hack.
So
crime
you never
committed.
had his account information.
I did. No, I never had his account information. I never wrote down anything. I was connected, but he changed his password because one time when I reset mine, all of his stuff got deleted because I didn't. You know when you reset your Google and it kicks you out of all your accounts?
Yeah.
The minute you log out of one, it logs you out of everything. Well, I
Hmm.
logged out of something first because I got a new laptop. Well, not this recent one, the shitty one, and the one before that. But I logged out of I can't remember whatever, and then I start logging myself back into all my accounts. Well, all the other accounts were gone.
Okay. So when you logged out the account, like it logged out of everything, so you didn't have access to get in his
Correct,
account.
and he knows he changed his password. And I'm not like, listen, we have no love lost, and a lot of shit between us. But he changed his password because he blamed me on this months earlier. He said, "She's trying to get into my account." So he was on the phone with someone and changed his password.
Okay. So so it's not true, or the
No.
allegations you are denying regarding Christ conflict and his password thing with the porn, whatever.
Very much so.
Okay.
Pretty much so.
Is
So
there
who else?
anything?
Can I ask who else? Who else was helping him? He was doing through Team or through you.
I'll tell you who else was helping him. The fake dead lady who just popped back up and pretended she died of cancer because apparently that's funny.
Is this the Teresa lady that they keep
Yes.
mentioning?
The one who emailed me, her husband emailed me to tell me she passed away, and I send him condolences. And then he told me, well, she has a journal, Muzz. I got to show you. It's people plotting against you, Christ conflict. And I don't even know if Real's name was in it. And can I call you? And I said, I'd rather not, because, I knew that it wasn't. I was like, I'd rather
Why
keep
would
this.
real names be in it?
I don't know why.
I don't even know Teresa.
I don't know if your name was there. He named a few people, or she. I don't.
Well, did he name Real or no?
I don't know, but it doesn't matter. It wasn't real because there's no journal. Like, she wasn't collecting information to save me from the proverbial, you know what I mean? Like, it was all fake.
Then what are we talking about then?
I don't know. She had a fake husband email me and give me all this, her dying wish and her journal of people trying to attack me, and he wanted to call me to warn me about people. I swear to God, there's like 8 emails back and forth, and I just said, okay, this is crazy town.
So do you think they were associated with Christ conflict, or these people are just crazy?
Think she had like 6 accounts of fake people. What are you talking? Like, she would talk to herself in like she was obsessed with him. Probably still is, but I don't trust that she's not going to come wear my skin. So
okay, Shady Pine just said Teresa is Christ conflict's #1 fan.
That's an understatement.
So she's associated with Christ conflict.
Yes, I remember that when he was in LA, she lay on his, what did she say? He lay on my chest. Like, she put her phone on the chest and she read to him, and I was like, oh my God.
Oh, well, Muzz, don't say they was bumping and grinding. Come on now.
No, they weren't in the same place. At first I was like, she flew out to see him? What the fuck? But it was
so she lied about it.
No, it was the phone on her chest.
Oh, the phone on her chest. Oh, so she was like in love with him, infatuated.
Well, she freaked out that I said this because she's surely listening. And, her husband, who I don't even know if these people exist. Like,
well, we don't know if a husband exists. It sounds like...
I mean, there's a man. I've heard a voice. But, like...
That could have been a brother. Like, it doesn't sound like this was a legit person. This sounds like a made-up person.
Well, at one point, she was like the only person there.
I don't even know the Teresa lady fucking exists, to be honest with you, 18 too, at this point.
Oh, that's true. How we know the Teresa lady exists? That could be just a fake name.
And Trisha's alive, she said. Because she thought it was funny that she faked her death to get away from the drama. I was like, girl, nobody was talking to you. I don't know who you had to get away from.
Muzz, they say take a breath. You about to pass out. Take a breath real quick. I love the chat. Real. So, okay. Well, no. I was going to go back to Muzz because this has to deal with Real. Muzz, is there anything that you did to Real that you feel like you should apologize for?
Yes, and I did, but he didn't want to hear it, which he doesn't have to, because an apology is not, I'm not entitled to a
you wrote a
for him to accept it.
You wrote a 4-page letter to Kim and told Kim to read it to me.
No, I didn't. I sent a voice note.
Oh, so there was never a direct message to Real.
No, there was no direct message. There was no 4-page note. Don't make shit up. It was a voice note.
A voice note or whatever you call it, a 4-page voice.
Yeah, a 4-page letter.
But did you send it to Real or did you send it to Kim?
I sent it to Kim to send to Real because, what do you mean? Why wouldn't I? I wasn't in communication. And I said to her specifically that I'm sending this and I'm under no entitlement of receiving anything back. Just let me know when he received it. I'm not expecting, because again, an apology is an apology because you feel bad for what you did, not because you demand anything back. So I literally sent it, and I probably still have the thing where
I got a question for you. Do you even know what you did?
Can I finish my sentence? Yes, I do know what I did, and that's why I apologized. I don't apologize for shit. Listen, my life would be easier if I was a fake ass and just kissed your ass and apologized right away when people were mad, because everyone would be like, oh, okay, whatever. But I'm not fake. So I didn't pull shit out of my ass until I actually felt it. In fact, one time I was angry and someone's like, you should apologize. And I'm like, no, I don't want to give him an apology because he's mad or because I should. I want to do it because I mean it. So if I'm angry right now, I don't want to give an apology. So I waited until I calmed down. And I did. And I even said, if he doesn't have to accept it, you don't have to announce it publicly that he received it. Just let me know when he received it, that he has it.
Okay. And
That was
real,
it.
is your problem is that it wasn't a direct apology to you and that it went through a third party?
Yeah, if she coming at me, she come at me. So
Well, but you
why you
said
gonna
you
go
just
through
didn't
Kim?
want to hear from me. When you said it, you said,
I
to be
said I
honest, I
did.
told Kim to fuck off. I didn't want to hear it. So I
I would
thought it
never
would be
tell
a
Kim to
way.
fuck off. First and foremost,
Oh,
I told Kim, I'm not trying to hear this shit.
No, you said it on a live once. You said I told Kim like I don't want to fucking hear from her. So I get it. You don't have to hear it,
I
is what
can
I
picture
said.
real saying that. Yeah, I can picture him saying that.
And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
exactly.
But
So what I said
I mean,
was
you trying to go through a third motherfucking party to try to spruce me up? Get the fuck out of here. If you're that fucking
that was not
sorry,
what you said.
you will
You
come
did
to
not
me.
say that that was your problem with it. Not once ever until right now. 82 said that. You've never once said it was a problem coming through Kim. Come on.
It wasn't a problem coming through Kim.
You just,
It was a problem that you tried to maneuver. The way you maneuver, it's sneaky.
it's not sneaky.
It is
Wasn't in
fucking
contact
sneaky.
with you. I didn't want to come off as disingenuous. I knew
Yeah.
Kim.
Listen. AT2, I've had a lot of problems with you, right? If I was
Hmm.
to say something to you, I direct you, talk to you.
So
I got the
real, let me
problem
tell you
with
what
you,
happened,
not
okay?
Kim.
I was told actually from your close friends, maybe now's not a good time, he's heated. Because the first person I tried to send it to, I spoke to because I was friends with them, and they said to me,
Well, who's the
now's not a
first
good
person you tried
time
to
because
talk
he's
to?
angry.
Who's the first person you tried to talk to? Keep it all the way real.
Julie. And I said, Julie, can you send this? And she said, to be honest, she's like, Maz, I don't know that now's a good time. He's not in a good mood. It's not great timing. So I'm trying to go by people that are close to you. So if that's the case, I don't
Okay,
want
so
to.
you tried it with
And
Julie
listen,
first, but Julie
if I'm
said,
gonna
"Nah, I
make an
don't think it's a good
apology,
time."
again, like I said, I don't pull. My life would be a lot easier if I lied and just pulled it out of my ass. But because I actually made it, obviously, I actually wanted it to get to you properly, and I didn't want to upset you. Or I thought maybe if I messaged you, you wouldn't want to answer. Like, stop thinking that I was trying to maneuver. Otherwise, I would have just fucking said it out loud the first day you were mad and lied. Think about it.
That to me doesn't make any sense. But whatever.
What do you mean
Moving
it
on.
doesn't make sense? If you
Doesn't
were
make no
the
fucking
first
sense.
time this all came out, I would have said, "I'm
Listen,
so
if you wanted
sorry.
to,
I'm the worst."
regardless if I answer the message or not, you know my Instagram, you know everything. If you
No,
really
but
wanted to
listen
leave
to
me
me.
a
Listen
message,
to
you
me,
would have
real.
left me a
Listen, I'm
message.
not finished. Listen, just listen. Just listen. Logically, my life would have been a lot easier if I did that. Obviously, I was trying to get it to you in a way not to upset you also. Like, it doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't I just send it? Because I was told you were upset. I didn't want to make you more upset. I'm sorry if you don't believe me, but that's the truth. Again,
Okay,
I'm not going to come up
so
here and bullshit
you
after a
did
fucking
want to
year
reach
of
out to him
this.
directly, but it was told that he didn't want to hear from you. So your hands were basically like, okay, well, why would I reach out to him if he doesn't want to hear from me?
Like, I'm not going to make it worse and force, you know what I mean? Like,
Now I can understand. That that, but then the whole sending it to Kim, like Kim gonna send it to me, that's some bullshit.
what?
That
But
is some
why?
Yeah.
bullshit. You
But you
see what
know,
I'm saying?
Muzz,
Ain't you
one
too?
thing about Real, he will like cuss people out and stuff like that, but he will, in a weird way, still talk to you. I don't know why he does it, but
Listen, I'm not saying that it was. Listen, if it was, if it would have been better for me to do it that way, of course. Don't you think I would have, had I thought about that, would have done it? Like, why would I make myself more difficult? You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
I'm
I
just
think you're a pro
explaining.
at
I'm
that.
just explaining.
You can't never tell the story straight on anything. You
I'm
start
telling
huffing
you
and puffing like
everything
you about to
exactly
have a
how I
heart
felt
attack,
it.
yeah.
and then you jump off the line on us.
And Muzz, one thing, and I'm glad Ness pointed it out, that you do seem triggered and like a little feisty. You
What?
don't seem apologetic at all.
No, no, I'm just explaining. Of course, otherwise I wouldn't have made an apology. I'm just explain. Listen, you're asking me a question. I'm going to explain it to you. Unless you don't want me to explain it, unless the reason doesn't matter, which I'm not arguing with. That's fine. I just trying to answer, like, you know, what you're giving me. Of course, listen, I don't want to cause anyone harm. Period. I don't.
Hmm.
People may not believe that, but I really, really don't.
Well, maybe you should start thinking about the shit you do before you say that you don't mean to cause people harm, and think
I
about what you're
absolutely
doing.
should. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Do you
I
think
shouldn't.
sometimes you overstep your boundaries, Muzz?
I absolutely do.
Well,
Because I
if you know that,
absolutely jump into the fire before I think about it sometimes. Absolutely.
One thing I learned from a millionaire friend that I know, he
Mhm.
said, if you can continue to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, that's the definition of insanity. And that's the definition of you not learning from your mistakes. So you continue to do the same thing over and over and over again in different situations. So how do you know if you're not
Well, I
not
disagree with
correcting the
that.
problem?
That I disagree with. Of course, listen. I've learned that I jump to the fire and like I shouldn't, and I'm trying to get better at it. I really, believe it or not, I am.
You was in a group chat that was designed to put me in jail.
But it wasn't.
Black man.
That's what I'm saying.
What wasn't then? What
No,
wasn't
it wasn't.
then?
I don't
What
know if
was
there was a chat before, but I'll say it again.
But you don't know what it was, but it wasn't that? Come on, HE2.
Okay,
Like,
I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Yeah,
I don't know, like,
I
what
think we
I
still
don't.
go back to the whole chat and the reason for the chat. I know, like, you
Yes.
tried to explain it, but I don't think the optics of it didn't look good. And
No,
then your
that's what I'm
explanation
saying.
when
That's
you
what
had
I'm
said
agreeing
that,
with.
oh, I was trying to work from the inside to prove that it wasn't true.
No,
You
no, no, no,
shouldn't
no,
have
no.
been in it from the beginning. I think that's the problem.
That's what I'm agreeing with. I'm
Okay.
saying I
Okay.
jumped to
There
the.
we go. We got it.
No,
We
that's what I'm
got it.
saying.
Okay.
I jumped to the fire, and I shouldn't have.
if it wasn't nothing that serious, how did the FBI
There's no
clear the
FBI. There
case?
was never an FBI. That's what I'm saying. There was never
Right.
an FBI.
And
So
Muzz did say that there was no
who cleared the
FBI.
case? Because what's your name looked it up.
Yes, and it
What's
was
her
a
name?
police report. It was, which happens every time you call the police, and it was closed at the police report level. That's what I looked at too. I recently got it for myself because, to be honest, I didn't even know they made a report. I didn't even believe them that they were going to make a report. I didn't know who to believe, right? So when I looked at it, it didn't go anywhere. There was not even an investigation, so it couldn't go to the FBI from a phone call. It has to be investigated first. None of that happened. No
Right.
FBI. No detective made an investigation.
So you telling me that Yaya is saying that she has this voice recording and telling you all
No,
this
she
stuff?
never told me she had a recording. It was a he said, she said, and I understand that people believe you over Yaya. We have no proof either way, is what I'm saying. So when a friend came to me crying, I jumped to the fire. I shouldn't have. I
Yeah,
absolutely shouldn't
Ness
have.
said, Muzz, you said that you knew that it probably wasn't true, so you felt the report would
Yeah,
get kicked back anyway.
Afterwards. I'm not playing. Afterwards, I thought that.
Okay.
But that was it. I mean, I made a mistake. Believe me. I should not have.
But then after that, you go fucking with my cats.
I
You
didn't
fucking
fuck with
my
your cats. That's
Muzz.
what pisses me off. That I'm not going to stand by. I didn't touch your cats.
You called that place.
I asked
Why did you
Julian
call
Kim
them?
said you thought they were dead on the side of the road in the desert. I'll never forget this day. We were in chat and you thought that the rescue was fake. And I work with rescues, so I said, do you want me to ask them some like questions to find out if they're legit? Because I know kind of what to ask, like intake and whatever, that they're not some quack on the side of the road, just stealing cats. And I did. And I gave those emails to Julian Kim, and I'm sorry if they didn't give it to you. But they asked me to.
They asked you to what?
But I asked them if they would like me to do that, and they said yes. And I gave them the.
So
I
tell
said
me,
to them,
so
"Tell
tell
Will his
me,
cats are safe."
so tell me when you were in Jules' chat and you said I talked to the rescue. I'm not going to say what I said. What was that supposed to be
I
about?
didn't say I'm not
Because
going to
if
say
it
what I
was a
said. I
good,
said they don't want to be spoken about. They don't want YouTube shit.
okay,
They
so if
barely would talk to me.
could it barely would. So if the situation was you was calling on some good Samaritan, I want to help Real Entertainment News, the same dude that you said is trashing you, the same dude, like why would you want to help me?
Because animals. What do you mean why? Because you thought your animals were dead. I would be horrified.
So if
I'm
I
not
understand correctly, it seems that Real was under the impression that you were trying to cause more harm by doing the
No,
whole
the
checkup on
cats
the
were
cats
already
thing.
gone. The cats were already gone. I will never forget. They said he thinks they're in the desert dead because they're not on the website. I'll never forget that. And so I said, oh my God, what if it was like one of those, weird, I don't know who came to him. I don't know any of these people. You know what I mean?
Mm.
At the end of the day, I don't. I'm trying to make sure I say this right.
Well,
The
Muzz,
only
do you
reason
plan on
people
reporting Real? Like, do you plan on reporting
I've
him,
never
Well,
reported
flagging
Real.
him?
That I don't know why.
they
I don't report Real because
they
that had
said
nothing to do with that.
they said you've been flagging my Twitch trying
Who
to get it
said
down.
that? I have not been. So if you have the proof, please show me because I have not been.
Well, it's not going to show me who's reporting my
Then
Twitch.
you're saying the same thing to me. You said prove you didn't hack Christ
A
Conflict.
very reliable source told me,
Of
please
course.
don't say Muzz's name anymore because every time you do, she's reporting you, and
Well,
she's
I
putting
don't.
together a team to report me.
I do not report you. I don't watch.
Okay,
And that was
so
the same
there's
day.
somebody in the middle who's saying that Muzz
That's the
said
There's
same.
this.
always people
Okay.
in the middle, haven't we noticed?
And that's the same time you got what's her face, the chick with the husband to do the racist stuff, to make the video in support of you, saying that I was harassing you.
Who's supporting me?
But you know what her name is? Bandy's friend.
Who?
Not another housewife. You know what I'm talking about. Don't play. Not another housewife.
What does
Not
that have to do
another
with
house.
Twitch?
I've heard of the name, but I don't know her.
What does it have to do with Twitch? I'm not following the connection.
She did the video to support you because you went and rallied people saying that I was harassing you.
If I rally people, why would one person have made a video? Who did I rally?
Maybe more people didn't believe your story.
You said I was flagging Twitch when Jules hated me and had me blocked. You're like, Jules and Muzz are working together. She had blocked me. That doesn't even make sense. This was when Siwa and Jules were fighting.
She blocked you, but you all in the chat. You still
Not
in the chat.
now. This was when Jules and Siwa were fighting. This was back then. Jules said horrible things. I hated them. Well, I didn't hate them. I don't hate anyone on the
So
internet.
you
That's
weren't
weird,
working with Jules at the time.
No, Jules blocked me.
And Real, do you know like around what time allegedly this was going down? Because maybe there was some time lapse or the timing is a little off.
No, the time is definitely not. It was when I first started on Twitch because most of them felt like I shouldn't have no platform.
No, I didn't. Like, that's the thing. You keep saying stuff, but that's not what I said. I don't think anyone should lose their platform. Well, I mean, there are a few probably connected to here, but why would I say that?
That's the way you felt. I mean,
but how you're saying how I felt without like, it's me. It's my feelings. Did I tell you I felt that way? Did I say take his channel down? You will not find one place of me saying that.
And the most sickening thing of it all is you turned cooch against me.
I turned cooch.
See,
this is the problem.
Okay, now we're going somewhere. So, Real, you feel that Muzz was the cause of you and Cooch fallout?
Because she kept running her mouth.
I was defending Cooch because I didn't like the way you treated her after her mother died, and she was your ride or die no matter what.
What did I do?
I never said
nothing about Cooch mom. Can you bring up the clip?
I'm not saying you did.
Okay then.
I'm saying how
was it the way he treated her, Muzz, or did he actually do something to her mom?
No, he didn't do a thing to her mom. I'm saying how he treated her at the time. That's all I'm saying.
How did I?
And I'm sorry, she's my friend, so I'm going to defend her. I don't think that makes me a bad person.
We was having a damn argument like we always do.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say anything to Cooch.
Sting yourself out of.
Real, don't you think that doesn't make sense? You and Cooch had a falling out before that, and you became friends again. Don't you think I would if I didn't want her to be friends with you?
It's kind of different when she's going through something and she got you on her ear.
Real, I'm going to tell you something that you're not going to probably listen to, but I'm going to say it anyways. And I said it to Julie and Kim, that if I'm really friends with these people, I would never, and I've said this to Julie before, never ask them to get rid of you as a friend. Why? Because if I care if someone is a friend and you make them happy, I want them to be happy. And I've said that. You can ask anyone. There are lots of people who are friends with people I don't like. But I would never. I would rather walk away before I'd ask someone to choose, because that's bullshit.
Maybe you didn't say those words, but actions speak louder than words. Can I
She
get an
was friends
amen
with
on
you
that?
longer than she was not friends with you while I've been friends with her.
Right.
And I've never,
It,
I met
it
her.
seems that Real still wants that relationship with Cooch.
So you
Am I
should
right,
try to
Real?
get it to,
It's
with
done.
her.
It's done.
Then you
It's
should reach
done.
out to her. That is,
It's done.
listen,
It's
I
done.
became friends with Cooch when she was a
Cooch,
mod
call
for
into
you.
the show. Go ahead, Muzz.
Like, I became friends with Cooch while she was a mod for you. Does that not, like, way a year ago? She was your, like, rider, and she was a hag still, for Christ's sake.
Right.
And that's how
And
I
I know
became.
Cooch didn't like me for a long time, so yeah, this
she
is
didn't
true.
like you either. And I remember that, but we still somehow became friends and got around that. That's why I know she's a good friend, because we could disagree on that stuff.
And then you say the way I was treating her when her mother died. How was I treating her?
You were telling her off whilst her mother had just died, and I thought you should give her some grace. I wasn't the only person that said that to you. I'm sorry. I know you got into a fight with Mandy for saying it to you.
If her mother was, when she told me her mom was at the hospital, did you know that you said it was her friend, right? So you knew her mom went across the street to the hospital pretty often. Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong?
Go on.
Am I right or wrong?
She was at the hospital for a while, yes.
I see you in that hospital across the street is two different things. Am I right or wrong?
I have no idea what you're saying. What do you mean they're two different
Repeat
things?
that, Real, because I want to understand too.
The ICU and the hospital?
The hospital across the street, when her mom's legs would swell up, her mom would go across the street to the hospital for a couple of days. If you talk to Cooch for a year, you know this. Am I right or wrong?
Real, please. I don't understand what you're saying
Well,
about the ICU.
Muzz, what he's saying is that if you were her friend, you know that her mom went across the street when her legs would swell
what
up.
I knew was that her mom was dying at this point in the ICU. She knew that she was in a coma and she didn't have that much time.
So you didn't know her medical history, Muzz, basically.
No.
Okay.
Fuck, I'm saying.
You don't believe that is true,
listen,
Real?
I'm not blaming anything on Real. I'm just saying I didn't like how you treated her at that time.
I'm getting so fucking heated. So fucking
But Real, I think I think what it is
Let
that
me
you
finish,
assume that
AT2.
she knew that about the details and stuff like that, but she didn't really know the details. She just knew that her mom was
Here's the
ill.
problem, AT2. Her mom, and Cooch can verify this. Her mom, after so many different weeks, would go across the street to the hospital and stay in there because her legs would swell up. And they would drain the fluid out the legs. Then she would come back across the street to where she lived. When Cooch said her mom was in the hospital, I thought she was across the street, which I should have thought differently, because they were saying Cooch kept saying she's going to the hospital. When her mom's across the street, she can't go to the hospital. So that
So it was like a routine that her mom would go whenever something was wrong.
Exactly.
So you weren't thinking like, oh no, this is really serious. Got it. It was a miscommunication.
Yeah, it was a big communication.
So why didn't you talk to her about, like, what?
Because you got in the fucking middle of it. That's why.
Because what?
Muzz, did you get in the way of it?
No, I didn't. For fuck's sake. I was friends with her longer when you were friends with her than not. This doesn't, like, it's enough blaming me for everything. I'm sorry. Let me tell you, I made a fucking big mistake, but I did not get between you and Cooch.
So you did not tell Cooch to not talk to him or stay away from him?
Why are we assuming that Cooch is like a little vegetable that can't make her own decisions? If we know anything about Cooch, she was a hag when I became friends with her. She was friends with John Yates.
You're going to tell me I mistreated Cooch. How? So if you're telling the world that I mistreated
she was
Cooch,
my friend,
what the fuck are you telling her? What the
I didn't
fuck
tell
are you
her
telling
anything.
her?
Okay,
huh?
You obviously don't want to hear what I have to say, so like I'm not.
So Real, you gotta hear her out. Like you have to at least hear it.
I'm not playing anything here, but if you don't want to hear it, I don't want to waste my like. I'm happy to tell you, but if you've made your decision that somehow I've got between you and Cooch, when I'm telling you that I was friends with her longer, that you were friends with her. If you were friends and you made her happy, then she should be friends with you. That's what I'm gonna say, because I want her to be happy.
So you did not convince her not to be friends with him. One more time.
I did not. I don't care. She was friends with John Yates.
Okay.
She just sat here and said, you What did you say I did to Cooch? I disrespected Cooch and her mom died. So you mean to? How did I
I didn't
disrespect her?
say and her mom died like you caused it. I said you were talking to her
While her mom was
while her
ill.
mom was
That's
sick and it hurt her feelings. What do you want me to say as a friend? Cooch, suck it up.
We had an argument like we always do.
I
Her
didn't
mom.
decide for her to be friends with you or not. For Christ's sake, that doesn't make sense. How long did you hate me while you were still friends with her and I was friends with her? Many, many months. Where you had
I
arguments
never
with
knew
her.
she was friends with you.
oh, see, we learn something new every day. You didn't know that they were friends while you were going after
Like,
or
I don't
going
like
at
that
it
we're
with
making it like
Mud.
Cooch is like a vegetable here and can't make a decision for herself. Cooch is a strong woman.
Who,
Again,
who,
you got into
who,
fights
who
with her
said she
and
was
you.
a vegetable? Who
Yeah,
said she was a vegetable?
let me
No, she
finish.
was using like a metaphor, like a simile, you know. I think what it is a lot of miscommunication between Cooch and Real, and you were kind of just like the catalyst of everything that happened, and you were kind of the representation of why that relationship faltered, but it wasn't actually you convincing her or doing anything. You were just kind of like
Why would I
there.
want someone I care about to end a friendship with someone who makes them happy? Like, does that make sense? No. 82
Well, I
likes
know I
people
don't
I
want
don't
my
agree with.
friends with friends. I don't want my friends to be friends with people I don't like.
Well,
So
I
it
don't feel that way
automatically you think
because listen, I don't feel that way because look, I've been close friends with Shyla for almost over a year. She's friends with AZ. AZ and I don't get along, and I've said to her 100 times, I would never ask you to end that because she's your friend. Like, why? And I know that that's different than some people, but I don't ask people to choose. I think when you ask someone to choose, you're going to lose.
So what about the whole situation when you
No,
posted
but
that
why are
shit?
you not like acknowledging what I'm saying? And we're switching now. Like, I want you to
Real.
understand
Do
that.
you acknowledge what she said about Cooch?
I hear what she's saying, but that don't mean I have to believe it, right?
Well, then why are we having the conversation? Like, I'm not going to
Well, no,
waste my
Muzz.
breath to lie to you.
To be fair, Muzz, he does not have to
No, 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 no,
accept
no, no,
it.
no,
But
no, 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 no. I don't think he does. He doesn't have to believe anything I say. But I'm saying, like, I don't know. I'm not one of those people who has the mental capacity to come up here and have this conversation and bullshit. What would be the point? For what?
well, no,
Fight
I
club.
think we're getting somewhere with the whole Cooch situation. I think we're getting somewhere. But real, go ahead and ask your question.
The whole thing with Christ conflict and me, Kim, and Mandy and that whole situation. What was that about? You sat there, you posted that. You
Yeah, I
know what
was
I
fucking
mean?
furious how disgusting he was.
But what was the situation that had to do with Real and
Because
Mandy?
he sent out those texts to everyone because he was fucking proud that he was
Oh, the
disgusting to you.
thing like if he attacks a black, then he'll
No,
drag
no,
a.
no, no,
Okay,
no.
okay.
What Real showed was like a fifth of what there was. Okay, it was way worse. He sent it out to a whole lot of people.
But that was
That,
all what I got. I showed what I got,
but
and you
okay,
know,
so no, 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 no,
Mm.
no. It was texts back and forth with you and him of him being disgusting to you.
no,
And
no, I'm talking about the text he sent. It looked like it came. It was him sending the message to Mandy or somebody, and you posted that saying, I'm gonna
I
read
didn't
this
get
right
it
here."
from, but that's not where you don't. That's what I'm saying. He sent those screenshots to like 10 different people because he was proud of how disgusting he was. Mandy's name happened to just be in there. It had nothing to do with her. He was disgusting
It had
about.
everything to do with Mandy because Mandy was the person I was going after. You know what the funniest thing is that I was going at Mandy because of Cooch.
I know,
Because
that's
she
what
was
I'm
telling
saying.
me to apologize to Cooch. And how the fuck she know I ain't already apologized to Cooch?
Well, I
How?
don't know. I can't explain
Oh,
that to you.
that's why you were going at Mandy because she wanted you to apologize to Cooch.
Yes, I think that's what he said.
Real, come
That's
on
kind of how I
now.
went. But I had already apologized to Cooch on my community tab. And she came to me talking about Cooch's mom passed away, so you need to go and apologize now. Now, first of all, I'm a grown ass man. How you gonna tell me what the fuck to do?
But see, that I agree with. I don't think anyone should tell anyone when to apologize. Because forcing an apology is what's the point?
And at the end of the day, what did I ever say about Cooch's mom,
I
Muzz?
know you didn't say anything about well, you did afterwards,
No,
but
it was. If I understand correctly, it's the way that you treated her while she
we
was
were
going
just
through
wanting
something.
some grace to be given to her in that tough time. That's it.
Excuse me.
It was a fucking argument. We
Oh
have
my god.
arguments every fucking day.
And she was extra hurt by this one. I don't know what to tell you. My friend was hurt. I stood by her. Like, I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah. But I think, to be fair with this whole conversation, just to kind of wrap this up, is that I think that the other party talking about Cooch needs to be here to clarify, because only she would be able to bring some clarity to this, I think, to be fair, because then we'll hear straight from her mouth whether there was outside parties or this was like a conversation that she had with Real that went awry. Yeah, I think that's fair.
I tried to talk to you directly one-on-one, but you just want to talk about me, so I don't know how to help you.
Say that again?
Sorry, not you, Real. I was talking to someone in the chat, but sorry, just was responding. But
you know, the bottom line, AT2, when it comes to Muzz, and Muzz, you know this, you always in some shit that got to do with me, and it's not always good. So
Real, I'm not always in shit about you. That's what you're not like. Everything I said is thrown to
Muzz, let him finish. Let him finish the statement, and then you can rebut.
Is when I first gave you grace, right? Only because of Kim. Only fucking because of Kim. What did you do? You came back with the cat shit. And then the whole situation with fucking, when you said that I tried to fucking manipulate a friend. That whole situation was just us having a fucking conversation to squash the fucking beef. Nobody was trying to manipulate no fucking body.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. I just don't want to say her name because you know she don't want to be mentioned. Our friend from Detroit.
Don't. But
our friend from Detroit. Who's in fucking Detroit?
From Detroit. Who lives in Detroit? What are you talking? Wait.
The audience, I have no idea who's from Detroit.
I don't either. I don't know who lives. I don't know. But Detroit.
Could I put it in the private?
Can you put it in the private chat? Because I really don't know.
Who lives in Detroit?
Can she see the private chat too, AT2?
Yeah, she can see the private chat too. Yeah.
You took that whole situation and you spun it, and then you put it on your motherfucking
But that was my opinion, Real. Why, if you're allowed an opinion that you're making up all this stuff about me, why can't I have an opinion about something I saw you do online? That was my opinion. It felt manipulative. I'm sorry, it did.
What did I do?
Real, listen, she's not. Let's not. You don't want to.
Yeah, I have no idea who that lady is.
Me and her were having a private conversation.
No, I'm talking about on Instagram, not private anything. I don't know what you talked about privately.
What I posted just happened to have her in it.
Oh, come on. Real, she's the only person you tagged in there, and it was because you knew she was friends with me. Come on. You never tag her in anything. It was like the one time you did. I'm sorry. I thought it was manipulative.
I guess you watch my channel to know who I tag, who I don't tag, huh?
No, I don't. But that was.
So then, how would you know how many times I tagged it?
Real, I thought it felt manipulative. I'm sorry. I thought it did. That was my opinion.
So I'm going to manipulate her to talk to you.
No, that's not what I said. So I thought tagging her felt manipulative. It has nothing to do with any conversations. Listen, Real.
Was it manipulative?
Listen, it doesn't.
Antagonistic.
Listen. Here's what I'm going to say, okay? All this shit was about a year ago. And what I'm going to say is we can go back and, like, you keep putting new things that you think, and I'm telling you right now that from what I'm being honest, is that I don't have anything to do with anything negative about you because it's none of my damn business. And what I'm saying is I made a mistake a year ago, and I'm just going to say it again. I made a mistake. But all this other stuff you're adding on me, I can't apologize for because I didn't do it. I didn't get involved. I didn't tell Cooch not to be your friend. If Cooch and you decided to be friends today, I wouldn't be less of a friend.
You called the cat police. You called the motherfucker.
I didn't. You want the emails?
We're back to the cat place.
Like, I don't know what to tell you, Real. I did it because you're friends were concerned for you, and they knew it. And I'm sorry if they didn't give it to you, but I didn't want to put you in a bad place with them because I care about your relationship with them.
Yeah.
Because
And
I
Muz
care
did
about them.
admit earlier that she does overstep her boundaries. She's working on
Right?
this.
I offered it. It was a year ago. I felt terrible. I was like, what if he's right? What if the cats are in the middle of the freak out? I don't have boundaries when it comes to animals. I freak the fuck out. I was like, what if he's right? I don't know who. I didn't even know who Jules was at the time, or like Missy. And I was like, he's naming these people that took his cats. I'm like, what if they're crazy people?
And
I
you know
don't
the
know.
funniest thing is just Jules introduced me to Missy.
Why
Why
I
just
didn't
Jules
even
couldn't
know who
tell us
they
what the cats
were.
was, huh?
I didn't
Why
even know
just
who they
Jules couldn't
were.
tell
So
us what the cats was?
I thought maybe there were some crazy people who just offered to help and stole the cat. What do I know? I didn't know who these people were. I wasn't in the 90-day community yet. Now I know better, but like I didn't know. So I was like, maybe they're right.
I think the best thing for me and you, Muz, is just when it comes to me, just stay out of shit that got to do with me,
I
and then I
do
won't
though,
talk about
Rio.
you.
I do
Yeah.
on
You know what I mean?
purpose.
And you are not, and Muz, you are not flagging him or trying to take him down or
Absolutely
anything,
not.
right? Okay.
Yeah, and stay away from all of my channels, please.
Real, I've
Please.
never been doing anything to your channels. I can swear on my life right now. I've never done
Okay.
a thing to your channels.
Y'all, I think we made peace. They're gonna agree to separate and stay away from each other. Muzz is not reporting him.
No.
He's not gonna come over to her and mention her. To me, even though they're not friends, to me, I think we made peace. God damn it, we did a great job tonight.
If you want to call it that, ET too.
Muzz, but thank you for coming up. I do appreciate that.
No problem. And again, I am sorry for what I did. That is 100% true.
And stay out of trouble too, Muzz. Please stay out of trouble.
I've been trying really hard.
Okay, on the next episode, we gonna my new talk show, Let's Make Peace. We gonna have you and Christ conflict up here.
Absolutely.
But
I have that. Hey,
have
you
a
just
good
told me to get boundaries, AT2.
have a
Big
good morning,
fat
Muzz. All right, real. I know that took up a lot of our time, but shit, I'm getting sleepy.
I feel it, 'cause I gotta
Definitely,
get
we have to do a part
classes.
2 and do this again. Was there anything that you wanted to clarify or anything that you wanted to say real quick?
Just apologize for coming out of my character, you know what I mean? But you know, when it comes to my cats, even my babies, you know what I mean?
Right, and you did
And
serious about them cats, so I
and,
know, like
and,
that was a.
and a lot of shit was done maliciously, you know what I mean? The thing is I felt like she just wouldn't own up to that, you know? And it just seemed like it was done sneakily, and it's like, you know, but she said she was wrong. So I mean, what more can you ask for, right?
Right.
You know?
It wasn't like how do I put it? It wasn't all like, oh yeah, I feel great after this, but I mean, she answered the questions whether you liked it or not. She answered them, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I just hope please don't come to my channel at all, please.
right. And please don't report him. I don't. Yeah, please don't report him. Just let him be.
Thank you.
All right,
Have a
real.
good night, ET too.
Yeah, and thank you for coming on. I do appreciate that.
You're welcome. Good night.
Good night. All right, y'all. We are finally out of here. The last live, I did put up the last live. I had to chop off that last part, but I did put up the last live. So make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. If you didn't, there was a reason why we had to come back to this live, but I want to appreciate everybody. I know it's late. Some people it's early morning. I know it's late. I just want to say thank you to everybody who was supporting me. If we mentioned some people names that weren't here to defend it, like Mandy and Cooch, who weren't here to defend themselves, definitely y'all can message me, and then we can revisit this at a later date and stuff like that. But I just want to say I do like doing this show, Let's Make Peace. So I definitely do appreciate Muzz for coming up. And of course, I appreciate Real for coming up because we did have a good conversation. And I feel like we did make peace. Do y'all think we made peace tonight, y'all? Put a 1 in the chat if we made peace. Put a 2 in the chat if I'm delusional. 1, yes, 2, delusional. I might have been a little delusional, but I feel like we made peace. I feel like we made a little bit of peace. Now, peace doesn't mean you're friends. Peace just means peace. Peace in the Middle East. You know, it don't mean that they got to be friends, but they not at war. Thank you. Chrissy just called. Okay, 1.5, 0.5. Okay. God damn it, I tried. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for checking out the show. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you already didn't. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Deuces, y'all. We out. Dang it, every time I try to hit the outro, it never worked, y'all. I swear. I'm horrible at this. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me do a commercial before we leave. Hold on.
Me, Cups, it's not, we're not going to do it. Cups, I sent you a message. I sent you a message in the DM. I'm not going to do it. You're sitting up here laughing about what she need $25,000 for. Sis, me and you was behind the scenes trying to make things a reality. We were supposed to have been helping the community. We were supposed to have been building women up. You're not on that. And it stops here. It stops here. It stops here. It stops here. It stops here.